Okay, folks, I'll make this quick. This is my bootleg movie report. Now, over the last few weeks, I've watched a few bootleg movies, and I'm going to give my bootleg movie report. Let's start off with the movie One for the Money. It's pretty much to me, I felt like it was a remake of that one movie that came out last year with Jennifer Aniston, and the boyfriend is the bounty hunter. You know, it seemed like that movie. So I give that movie a wait for it to come out at home type deal. It's not worth going to see in the theaters, but it was a pretty interesting movie. Story had been done before. This is the bootleg movie report. So I'm watching this bootleg movies, and I'm telling you if it's worth going to see in the theater or not. Now, The Act of Valor. The copy was crappy. The action was very good. It's one of those movies that you have to go see in a theater. So go see Act of Valor in the theater. I don't like Tyler Perry much because of the way black women are perceived after his movies have come out. So to watch Good Deeds was a very, it was different. It was not the average Tyler Perry movie. And even though the bootleg was beautifully clean, it is a must go see in the theater. You go see Good Deeds with Tyler Perry. TheRealAix. Well, the copy was whack on the internet, but the movie was good enough for the kids to go see. The storyline is great, and you go see that. I also saw a movie called A Monster in Paris. This is also an excellent movie that you go see on the big screen. It's also animated, and it's got a French theme, but it's pretty exciting. It's a good movie. I think you'll like it. And remember, the man is wearing a jacket made out of straw. That's some off the hook stuff right there. And the last movie that I saw, and I'm watching Project X as we speak, was a movie that I had to watch more than once because the first copy on the internet had a bunch of lines on it and had a bunch of writing in German or whatever. But the movie was so good that I found another copy and I watched it. And this is a definitely go see in the theater movie. I watched the news this morning and they said this movie is a flop. Well, I want you to understand one thing. A movie critic is a movie critic. Based on what a critic may think, you may like something completely different. Critics are only looking at things from their perspective. No critic can sit down in a theater or at home or in front of a computer like me and tell you a movie is great. Based on my experience, the movie is great. It was a good movie. If you're looking for a storyline, a guy's transported throughout space, way back in the Wild Wild West days, it reminded me a little bit of Cowboys and Aliens. It reminded me a little bit of the Planet of the Apes in a sense, not the new one, which was also a great go-see movie. But John Carter is probably the best thing out right now. If you're looking for a true science fiction story, which will also remind you of Flash Gordon, come on. John Carter is a must-go-see movie in the theater, in the big screen, in 3D if possible. Don't listen to the critics because, they expect the same old, George Lucas type thing, Star Wars, stuff like that. It's not Star Wars, okay? It's not Star Wars. It's not Star Trek. There are no big old major spaceships in here where you just jump throughout the galaxy blowing stuff up. It's not like that. This is a struggle for life on the planet Mars, like a Civil War type thing going on. You got some guy from Earth on Mars kicking ass. It's a tight movie. So if you know anything about science fiction, you will not listen to those critics who just want to diss Disney for spending a whole bunch of money on something. They should have had the video game. They should have had everything already ready. The thing is, when you make an epic movie, you just can't put it out and, this is going to be this and da da da. You have to let the movie build up the hype itself. You know, when you create a hype, if the hype is short of, wow, you have to show some spectacular stuff, you know. And the thing is, maybe some of the words they use in this movie, uh, turned a few people off because, I do a lot of conspiracy stuff on the internet and everything, and trust me, nobody wants to be called a white ape. So that sort of probably turns a few people off that they would think that men are considered apes on a different planet. You know, since he's a white guy called him an ape, I don't know. But John Carter was a good movie. So let me see. What else have I seen? Oh, and another thing. The movie Red Tails. Why is these people hating on this movie? Red Tails was an excellent movie. And the guys, the people that, I read the comments on some of these movies and they said, oh, it's a this really didn't happen. It's a movie based on the Tuskegee Airmen or whatever. And for the critics out there saying, oh, this is fake. These guys really didn't do this and they weren't that good. It's like, that's just haters. So go see Red Tails too. That's a great movie also. Now, I'm going to next week watch Machine Gun Preacher, The Intruders, and Dark Tide. Let's see. Ghost Rider. Oh, This Means War. I also watched that one. That movie was okay. Once again, it's like two guys liking the same girl type story. They're competing for this one chick. She don't know they're competing for him. I don't know. I couldn't get into that. Like I said, Contraband was also worth watching. And Safe House with Denzel Washington. It actually didn't get the break your neck, go see type feeling for me. So, like I said, you go with The Monster in Paris. You go with TheRealAix. Those are animated for kids. You go with Tyler Perry and Good Deeds. It's the best Tyler Perry movie ever. One for the Money. You could wait for that to come out because it's a story's been done before. Act of Valor. You got to go see it in the theater. Explosion, boom, boom, bang, bang. You know. Oh, shoot, I went the wrong way. Let me go ahead and finish my list up here. Like I said, TheRealAix, John Carter. But you got to go see John Carter in theaters before they pull it out prematurely. So there you have it. Big winner for me is John Carter, followed by Good Deeds, then TheRealAix. That's it. The top three. Then Act of Valor, so on and so forth. Go down the list. There's your bootleg movie review.